Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ethan, and alongside me is Luke.
Hi.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but Luke is my brother. Actually, Luke was here in the beginning of Roster United. I don't know if you remember that, Luke, but you were there. We talked about Marvel United for the first time. And now, 78 episodes later, you're here back with us. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm glad you have the time to spend with us. Luke, as you know, GenCon is coming up. Okay? We are here in Indiana. We're getting ready for GenCon. We're doing things. We're getting prepared. And one of the GenCon preview games that is coming up that me and Luke wanted to talk about because we're very excited is Star Wars Rivals. Now, this is a game by Funko Games, which usually works with Prospero Hall, but this game, Funko's the game designer, or the game publisher, and it is a collectible card game, kind of like the Marvel Battle Worlds, right? And basically, Marvel Battle Worlds was a collectible card game that came with like little hero statues, and you try to fight and get locations and win together as a team. It was very fun. And it was a collectible card game, the kind that you would find in a Walmart, and you would expect it not to be that good, right? I don't know, what do you think about Marvel that Battle World game?
Good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was alright. It was alright. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was okay. But you know what? This brand new game here, though, Star Wars Rivals, which it's already came out now for about maybe a couple of weeks, but at GenCon, they're going to have everything there, and it's one of the most liked games out there that people are very excited to try out. So, for those of you who are waiting at GenCon to get Star Wars Rivals, today we're going to give you our opinions about it, and just talk about the game. Alright, so Star Wars Rivals is a game that you basically play. You have 3 characters, right? And basically the point of the game is that you are trying to get locations. And why do you want to get locations?
So you can win.
Yes, because every location has a certain number, gold number there. So it could be either a 6, a 5, 4, 3, whatever. And basically after all the locations run out, you count up your points. Whoever has the most, not locations, but whoever has the most points on their locations wins. And by doing that, what are you doing, Luke, in your turn?
You deploy your characters.
Exactly. You deploy your characters one at a time. So me and Luke we like this game a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and we have a couple of characters. I have the light side. You like the dark side. What kind of characters do you have on the dark side?
I have General Grievous.
Uh-huh. And who else?
Snoke.
Yep. Supreme Leader Snoke. And those are 2 of the characters. But in the game, even if you have one character, you could still play as long as you just have one character. The rest are like stand-in stormtroopers or something like that. Just ordinary guys. They're not that good. But yeah, we have 2 characters for each, the light and dark side. I have Yoda, and I have Princess Leia Organa as well. But since I don't have a 3rd character yet, I have a Rebel Trooper to substitute myself. Luke has the Imperial Troopers, the Stormtroopers. Now, every character, Luke, what is every character going to have?
An influence number.
Every character is going to have an influence number as well as 3 cards. And what do these cards do, Luke?
If my influence low and Yoda's influence is higher, I can use my card to boost it or subtract his.
Exactly. So what General Grievous, for example, likes to do, that's very stinky for me because I don't like that at all. But what General Grievous can do, he has a card that says if you play him at a location, basically you place up to 4 -1 tokens, and those can knock down the influence on each character. So like Luke said, there's influence on a character. Yoda has 6. General Grievous has 4. So on and so forth. These -1 tokens, they knock you down in points. And General Grievous can give you 4 of them if he wants to. That's very powerful. And all of those count even when scoring the game. The locations. But it also stays with that character. So what do you have to do, Luke, if you want to take away, or, heal yourself?
You take you to the back tank?
To the back to tank, yes. The healing tank where it's water and you're, naked for some reason in that tub. I don't understand how that works. I'd just rather take a nap, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's a very fun mechanism. You clear all of your -1s from your guy, but you can instantly get them back. The game is very back and forth. It's almost like a tug of war,
The back to tank is really just healing water, probably?
Yeah. Basically, it's a tub. You get in the water.
And it heals you.
Heals you somehow.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, back to the game. Because back to tanks can wait later. Although I probably need to get into one. Like the shower. I don't know if they have a back to shower. I need to get in that one this morning. Anyway. But the game is very fun. It's very quick. What do you like about the game?
I liked about the game that, it goes by fast, and the cards, and you get to have an advantage called the higher ground.
Yep, the higher ground, basically it just says who's the first player, but it does a little bit more than that. If there's any ties in the game, if you have the higher ground, basically if you're the first player, you basically win all ties. And that's amazing. That's very good. And it is very quick, Luke. Obviously, every game you could play, supposedly you're supposed to have 12 locations in a game. But we've bought a couple of packs just to try it. We've played a couple of games with 8 locations. Or even 10 locations. And they're very quick, honestly, aren't they? I mean, they're quick. They're very great. The locations are very cool because not only do you place 3 of them out, but also every round you don't know what you're going to score. So basically, what you're going to do at the start of your games, you're going to get 3 cards. Every character has their 3 cards. Shuffle all of the cards together to form a deck. You draw 3 cards. Then what you do is you deploy your people in one of the 3 locations. You can place some characters, and you can place all of your characters in one location, or 2 of them in one location and another one somewhere. You get the point. You can place them basically anywhere. And after that, you don't score all 3 of them that are available. You roll a die and see which ones you're going to score. So there's the cool randomness and the cool, suspense, I don't know where I'm going to score and things like that. And that's where abilities can come very useful. And not only are the locations very fun and just that aspect of the game is cool, but also what can really help you win in strategies is different type of location texts. Each location will have, well, not each, some special locations will have cool abilities or something that adds something fun to the game. Kind of reminds me of Marvel Snap, with the locations and things like that. So, for example, Luke, what does Endor Bunker do? What does Endor Bunker do?
Characters move here by an action have 2 plus influence here.
Exactly. So if you deploy someone there, that's fine. But if you move somebody with an action card, that character in this location gets +2. So there's little things like that. And how do you do that? Well, Yoda has an ability that me and Luke have used lots of times where basically you get to move Yoda if you have the least influence in that location. So a cool strategy would be moving my Rebel Trooper or my damaged Princess Leia to a location and that I know I'm going to lose. I am definitely going to lose it. And then when I know that that location is going to be scored, I play the Yoda card and there's 6 points going to that location. At the end, you count up all of the influence or points together of your characters, and then that's it. You take those locations to form your little location point deck, and then at the end of the game, after all locations are done, you count them all up and see who wins. It's a very fun game. But there's a lot of characters, Luke. What kind of characters would you like? Because we only have a couple. What characters would you like to get?
Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, of course. Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. There's also Boba Fett, C-3PO, Chewbacca, Emperor Palpatine. And there's also these cool-looking hologram characters that basically change one minor rule. Instead of drawing 3 cards instead of having up to 3 cards in your hand, you get to have 4 cards in your hand with the holograms. When you have less than 2 cards in your hand at any time, you get to draw back up to 4. It's really fun. There's a lot of characters. I mean, there's probably a good 20 characters. Probably, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Oh, there's 30. Excuse me. All right. There's 30 characters in here. Now, I don't know if the holograms are the same as the characters that aren't holograms. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure about that. But there's a lot of characters here. There are 4 exclusive characters, though, for the premiere set, which comes with Darth Vader and Ventress, as well as Luke Skywalker and Commander Cody, one of the clone troopers there. So that's going to be very cool. I'm super excited to get the set as well. And I know Funko is definitely going to have a booth there with all of this. Probably ready to play some demos or something like that. And, of course, buying some of the booster packs as well. Luke, what is your rating for this game for the GenCon preview?
10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. Can you explain us why?
Because it's really easy, and when you get, you can just start with 2 booster packs and already have the game ready.
Exactly. You don't even need the set. You could just get a couple of boosters. What else do you like about the game? What else do you like about it? Not just simple, but when you're playing the game, what do you like about it?
I like that I can play cards and stop other people.
Cards, that's very nice. And what's your favorite character? You've played with all 4 of these characters. Which one's your favorite?
General Grievous, because he does so much damage.
He does. He does a lot of damage. And do you think also for the viewers, or for the listeners, there is the Rebel Troopers, right? And again, those are kind of like the standby kind of people. Now, there are different types of Rebel Trooper or Rebel or Imperial Trooper actions, right? So, for example, there's the move allies, and then there's the place -1 on the enemy at each Rebel Trooper's location. Do you think choosing which one of these, choosing these 2 types, do you think it's important?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if you just put one random, it might not help you.
Exactly. So it depends with what characters you're playing with, right? What characters you're using and things like that. Because then that's how you can get the best strategy and win, hopefully. Me and Luke have played lots of games, and Luke's gotten a 25-point game or something like that. And yeah, honestly, I think it's just such a fun game. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's very fun. I do need to play with some more characters, though. We'll definitely be buying some more characters and giving you our opinions about them. I'm sure we can turn up with some strategy videos here and there about the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see this game at GenCon, honestly, try the demo out if they have one. If not, honestly, Go by my word. I think this is going to be a very cool, fun little game. It's super small, honestly. It looks big on some of the pictures, but really it's not. I mean, we could play it on a little 2x2 little coffee shop table, those circle ones, very small. You could play Star Wars Rivals right there. And the packaging, even, we have this Ultra Pro deck box that you could place 2 decks on. We, instead of putting actual cards there, we put the entire game that we have, and I'm sure we can fit 2 more characters in here. And that includes with their little standees as well. Also, talking about the standees, too, they look awesome, don't they? What do you like about them? Which one's your favorite?
They have cool colors.
I do like the colors, though. They are very nice. What else do you like about them?
That they're cool, and the lightsabers look cool, like with the painting.
Mm-hmm. They did really a good job with it. I'm not going to lie to you. And they're also very flexible, too.
Yeah.
So they're not going to break that easily, which is a good thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was our little mini review / GenCon preview for Star Wars Rivals. We hope you enjoyed. Luke, did you have a good time with us?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm definitely hoping you can come back with us and talk a little bit more. GenCon's coming up in a couple of days. I'm super excited for Star Wars Rivals, but I'm also very excited for Lorcana, which I know is a game you're very excited for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what kind of character are you looking forward to playing with? What kind of character do you want? There's a lot of them.
All of them?
All of them. There you go. All of the different colors, too, and the art, and the songs, and the items. Lorcana looks wonderful. And our plan is, Luke, to get up early one day, the first day, Thursday, get up super duper early, and, well, run into Lorcana. Honestly, I told my dad, I'm like, if we don't get Lorcana, I mean, I know there's other games out there. There's 3-Ring Circus, which we'll talk about in a future episode, hopefully later today or tomorrow early. But there is a lot of other great games. But Lorcana, dude, I really want Lorcana. I really do. And you're willing to play it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Lorcana is also cool to get 2 to 6 players in a game, which that's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. So hopefully we can find some other people we could play with, get a 6-player game of Lorcana, and give you, listeners, a live update of GenCon, of everything we're going to be there. We're going to be recording at GenCon. We'll be obviously talking about some more games and things like that. But before we get to GenCon, we have a couple of games we want to talk to you all about. So hopefully later today, we can record a couple of episodes about some of the games that we're looking more forward to, that everybody is talking about, the hype, because today and yesterday were kind of the big days where people started releasing those videos of what games they wanted to see. And yeah, well, I'm very excited for it. I know you are too. This is your first GenCon event you're going to, right? Right. And how do you feel about it?
Excited.
Excited. Yeah. What are you most excited to see?
The Lorcana.
The Lorcana. And the only thing to see are board games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or people in cosplay, which I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know it was also a cosplay kind of thing. But yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time going to GenCon, I hope, obviously you won't recognize me or Luke. But I definitely do know that it's going to be a very great time. Everyone there is so friendly. You're going to meet designers. There's tons of events that we will also be talking about a little later as well, such as Lorcana event. There's also Star Wars Unlimited event as well. Star Wars Unlimited is a new collectible card game, Luke, that is coming out next year by Fantasy Flight. Basically, they learned that they can make a game without using dice in a Star Wars game, like they did with Star Wars Destiny. Now they're just moving to cards, people, just cards. And the art of these cards look beautiful. They look like they're comics. Honestly, they do. Organic, original art, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I can't wait, personally, to go to this event, to learn more about it. Obviously, the rulebook's already been out, but to actually see some gameplays, I think they will be doing some gameplays there. And I will also be coming out, I'll be coming out of that event with 2 promo cards. 2 original cards, Luke. I will be coming out with the Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, and Darth Vader Unlimited CCG cards that no one else will have in the event. This event is one day. I'm going to go there. You're with me. Don't feel left out. No, don't feel left out. They're all for me. I'm sure Dad's also going to get his copies of the cards. We're going to get a couple of copies while we go. And it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very fun. So, that event will be coming out, I believe, is it on Friday or Saturday? Like at 1? So, we'll definitely be there. If you're going to be there, hey, send us a quick little comment. So, because maybe I won't recognize you, but at least I'll know, hey, I know one of my fans are there at the Unlimited? Is it Unlimited? Is it Star Wars Unlimited? Yeah, Star Wars Unlimited. That's what it is. Yeah. Sorry, thank you, Luke, for helping me out there. Totally went blank. I didn't even know what I was talking about. Well, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll definitely be talking more about GenCon here and there. So if you see a lot of small episodes releasing almost every 2, 4, 5 hours, don't worry, don't stress. This is definitely just us, just going through our heads, having conversations about board games, and what we're excited to see about the greatest 4 days of board gaming in the year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all in the next one. This has been Roster United. I am Ethan.
And I am Luke.
And thank you for listening to episode 80 of Roster United. Have a great day.